Okay, today I want to talk a little bit about something that's very important to me. And it was very important to those who first came to this country. So, let me have you think for a second. Why did the first people, or pilgrims, come to this land? And so the first thing you kind of think of is, well, they wanted freedom of some sort, and probably land. And to be honest, a lot of the people that came over were the second sons who were inheriting next to nothing and really had little or no way to be able to make something of themselves. But the first and foremost reason that all of those first pilgrims came here was for religious freedom. It was something that was so very important to them. They would sail across the sea to this completely unknown place that a couple of people had seen and just said, there's land. They didn't really know how to cultivate it. They didn't know what the climate was like all year round. All they knew is that they were able to worship the way that they pleased. And so let's cover a little bit, what is religion actually? Well, religion is a duty to your God, your supreme creator, something to that effect. Most people just kind of categorize as God and whatever that being is to them. And so it's your duty that you have to them. What is it, the things that you feel is important to do to that God? How do you worship? Who do you think this person is? How does this affect your life? These are the core values of who you are, this religion. Some people now don't believe in anybody, and some people believe in science. Some people believe in God. Some people believe in Christ. Some people believe in Buddha. Some people believe in different idols. And being here, you have the freedom to do so. This creator and this God that is spoken of was never defined as being the Christian God or being the Buddhist God or anything like that. This God is who you believe runs the course and affairs of your life, and that is so integral into who you are. And so I strongly believe in God, and I believe that He did help make this country what it is. He was a part of every process and every step of the way, and has been since then, as we let Him. And so I want to talk a little bit about how God is taken out of our society as of late, and not even as of late, but for the last several years. We've been considering taking Him out of money, out of the Pledge of Allegiance, out of our simple state slogans, phrases, these things that have been here for ages. And also we've taken Him out of schools. In public places, God is not allowed in. And in the private schools and different privately owned academies or churches or different things, of course we're able to worship the God that we believe in and that we would choose to follow. But in general and in schools, it's not allowed. The Bible actually used to be a piece of literature that was studied through like the 7th grade region. And it is a fantastic book, not just for the stories, but for the text itself. It's a whole different language for a lot of us to understand, and it's wonderful to be able to understand those different languages and to still pick apart the meanings of these phrases and of these words. And even on a secular and not completely a religious standpoint, it's a fantastic book to have around. And I would say that for other books of scriptures and other different non-Christian based religions. And so it's so important to have God in this. The founding fathers put a lot of their trust in God. General Washington he prayed aloud. It wasn't something that was unheard of to him at all. He held study groups inside of the camps when they were fighting the war. These were things that were important to him to show God His dedication to His country and to these men. And so my challenge to you is to be able to find ways to keep God in your schools and your states and your local regions. This is something that you have a voice in, and if it's a concern of yours, then feel free to raise it. Do those things. Go that extra mile and see what comes of it. If you feel very strongly about something, you're in a country where you can make that known. And in my case, it's putting God back in our schools and putting God inside of our daily lives, because He is who leads and guides us today. And it's something that is important to me, and I hope is also important to you.